Hey guys, Stealth here. I'm gonna retry Evacuation from Wargame European Escalation, and this is not the first retry I've given this mission. In fact, I have tried this mission many times. Did a lot of recordings, all of them failed. By now, I know exactly where the enemy forces are going to be coming from, what the enemy force consists of, how to kill the command vehicles, and how to get as many forces through. So I'm hoping this is going to be my last attempt. Now from the armory I had to buy some new units to try different strategies. So the new units that I got are the Strela 10 and the OSA line of AA vehicles. Mostly because the enemy was employing quite heavy use of Cobra attack helicopters, which I just could not kill with Shilkas. Aside from that, I decided to go ahead and buy the Mi-24V, which is an even further upgrade over the Mi-24P, and I get 4 of those birds. So, let's get to work, finish off this mission.
NATO has cut our line of retreat and now is making ready to crush us against the Czechoslovakian army. Division's orders are clear. We drive right ahead and smash away to Czechoslovakia with as many forces as we can get through. Anything we couldn't evacuate will be destroyed. The area will soon be under full NATO control. We won't leave them anything to salvage.
Alright, I'm going to be using every single dirty trick in the book, which means I'm going to snipe a command vehicle over on the right, and I'm going to snipe the command vehicle over on the left. It's not pretty, it's not nice, but this is, as far as I've seen so far, really one of the few ways that I was able to complete this mission. Maybe you've had better success, but really, this is it for me. Aside from that, I'm going to be deploying a few main battle tanks along this position, because I'm expecting a few Bradleys here and there. I'm going to deploy a recon vehicle in an advanced position, as well as provide some AA support. Mostly in the form of these long-range OSA AKMs. They're the best long-range platform I have. The other OSA has decent range, but terrible accuracy. And that is really something that I'm struggling with. There, this is going to be it. Okay, send one of my attacking forces east. It's going to be Group 1. Hold your fire until I tell you otherwise. And this is going to be Group 2. Fly west and try and neutralize the command vehicle there. Yeah, they don't like that much. Shilka's got upfitted right away. And right now I also need to focus a little bit on reorganizing the defense here, because that defense is not really in an ideal situation. Alright, there's the main battle group. Now, as I mentioned, I've played this mission a lot of times and I know exactly where the command vehicle is. It is sitting right there. So, ATGM's active, get in range, kill the VAB, and that will be the end of at least the Czech forces, which are threatening my position over on the right flank. Come on, put those missiles on target. You have a very strange definition of on target. That might be a hit. Yep. That's it. Okay, that's all I need from this group. Now, move over here and assist with defending that position. The other command vehicle is somewhere over there, and there's a second one in Boris to the left of that road. So, my mission is to clear out that position as quickly as possible, while also making sure that I don't lose my command unit over on this flank, which isn't really too easy. But it is doable. Alright, carry on. The problem over here in Boris, by the way, is that these things are pretty deep inside forests, which makes them more difficult to hit than I would like. Luckily, I got these guys at very high veterancy levels, and they should be able to take care of the command vehicles pretty quickly, giving me pretty much free reign over the middle of the map, so that I can push my surviving forces through as quickly as possible. That's one down. As for the next one, Hold. Come on, sunshine. I know you're in there. I know you're in there. There you are. Unfortunately, that thing is so deep in the forest that it can fire back at my forces, and my forces really are not in a great position to fire at it. Although, a 78% missile chance... See, even that doesn't... Whoa. I lost a CV somewhere. Oh, fuck me. They're already at my base. Yeah, I forgot about that push that they're doing initially. Now, somehow, that CV, I believe I killed it, but there's more. There, that's the last CV that they have. Now, make sure we clear out this position here. These things are remarkably well defended, by the way. They only have one front armor and one side. But they just refuse to go down to my units here. Alright, that's Boris cleared. Now I can probably engage these guys from the flank and try to deal with any instruction or any obtrusion forces over there. Now, since that clears out west and east, I should probably be able to pretty quickly get rid of these forces and start to push my own forces through. These Bradleys, though, continue to harass my forces here. Down. Good. Now, what I would love to capture over here is Dmitry, so that with Dmitry, I can have a bit more income, and I am definitely going to need that. So, put a CV in Dmitry, and let's just start rushing the infantry away from here. Everyone gets to go into Gregory. I'm going to start to clear out my infantry tab first, because I value those most. Vehicles such as these, I never use them. Armored personnel carriers, no armor, a heavy machine gun on them, not too interesting for me. Let's see, these guys can still intercept whatever forces are coming this way. Rest of my infantry forces, fagots. All the way there, please. And finally, that one. Good. Now, these helos have not been able to find anything, so I'm going to rearm them here. The other helicopter battle group is going to hover over the middle of the map to see if there's anything that's threatening that position. I don't expect so, but the AI has been known to mess up my battle plan before, rather effectively too. Now, one would say that this fire was pretty accurate, but I don't see this guy or this group going down as fast as I hoped they would. Also, I would really like it if they could give me back my fob. Alright, that's all the fagots moving in. Then start pushing Mutstrelki away from here. Whoops. That way, please. There's nothing for you in Fedor. Now, if this type of winning this match isn't as exciting as the normal gameplay that I show you, true. It's a rather, let's say, disgusting way to win. But I really have not been able to find other ways of doing this. So the reason that I'm trying to push this way is to make sure that I don't have to do this mission ever again. Because trust me, I am sick and tired of it, and I have been rage quitting this game quite often, just after getting destroyed time and time again. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Hang on. First gotta get these helos away from here before they get nailed. Let's get the second Mi-24V group there as well. Now I still have 31 minutes to do this. Should be plenty of time. Uh-oh. Strops. What's the range on these? 1750. Yeah, which means right about now. Send the T-62s in. Hold. My 2 away, please. 1 down. Fire at will, gentlemen. Nail those AA guns before they nail you. 2 down. That one took a bad hit. Unfortunately, this is very nasty terrain for my units. Only helicopters can really reliably aim and hit targets in that vicinity. Alright, let's help out those motos. And I just have to keep pushing infantry through this middle line. There, that's all the infantry done. And get some of these helos fixed up. As well as refueled, because let's face it, they're flying halfway over the map and back. And that's taken quite a lot of fuel. Alright, sports. Shilkas. I'm just trying to clear out categories as quickly as possible. And I have, I believe, all the income that's possible on this map. Jot, Constantine, Nicholas, they don't give me any kind of income. Shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My CV. Run the fuck away. Can't have that thing going destroyed. No! Can't have that. Jesus. So that's what you use heavy machine guns for. To nail very expensive gunships. Routing. Yeah, right. Kill. Because they seem to be making a straight line for my command vehicle. That's 1 down. Come on. Oh god, move up. This is problematic. Let's send in another command vehicle. Get eyes in here. What? You're firing at something? Oh. Was your Picotus smack? Where's my other helicopter group? Here. I have to help these guys out as quickly as possible. These Mi-24s are doing good work, especially considering that the other side of Leonard's now in trouble. There, they're still in the forest. There they are. Try to get a shot. Shit. They see me before I see them. Or rather, before I can shoot them. Fob captured. Don't worry, we'll fix that in a minute. Send the main battle tanks back. T-62s. Weak as they are, they can still get the job done. What the fuck? I really hate those little buggers. Those things have machine guns that are surprisingly effective. There. Go for it. There, that's 1 down. How about the other one? Ooh, UAZ, this is not really the right time to come in. Actually. Let's put some other of my UAZs towards that position. There's a lot of these guys. So, are they dead, or is there still someone else? There. Not quite dead. Alright, T-62s. You just stay here as long as possible to make sure that we can hold command of this zone. Oh dear, stay in the building if you want to live. Send the Mi-24Ds this way before they neutralize my infantry. Let's start sending a large convoy of resupply vehicles this way. can't live without logistics. Come on. Gotta get the infantry out of here so I can put my CV back in the zone. Put my group down. Whoa. Didn't know these guys had napalm. I think I got my entire helicopter force here now. Surprise. There. Okay. Let's put those helos next to the fob. We're gonna completely drain the fob, but so be it. One more. There. Okay, that's most of the logistics. These CVs, though, are very expensive to get across. Because they are just costing me so many points to bring them in the first place. Same is going to go for the Acacias. These are 50-point units. This is a very, very big investment that I need to transfer. And I still have 25 minutes to do it. It should be plenty of time. So long as my main attack helicopter group can survive, that's something that I'm really that's really important in order to get those guys across. Let's get the concours away. Start running. Rest of my ZSU 57-2s. Now I did get myself in a bit of trouble by bringing in all of these OSAs, because these two, as well as the OSA AK and the OSA AKM, are quite expensive. I do have a high amount of income, but I'm not sure if I can put as much forces out there as I would like to. Alright, ZSU 57-2s are empty. What else can we send across? The tanks. Some T-72s. Although I don't really have a lot of those left. T-80s are currently too expensive. Let's send over some of the OSAs here. Again, is this the most, let's say, interesting way of playing the game? Probably not. But from what I've seen, it is by far the safest. And considering that, from what I've been reading about you, or from your comments, the last mission is going to be pretty tough. So I'm trying to get as many forces across as possible. Not only to get that command star, that rescue more than the 75%, but also in order to make sure that I have enough forces to complete the next mission. Alright, that's one of the OSA groups clear. Then start sending over some of my recon vehicles. Unfortunately, unlike Wargame Red Dragon, there's no speed up the game timer in Wargame European Escalation. Seems like they didn't think that was necessary at the time. Alright, Helo's near. Let's put one of 24 there. Start moving my T-80s across. I gotta say, it really helps if you have Fedor, unchallenged preferably. Because this way I have a lot of income. 5, 4, 3, so that's 12, 17. And with all the stuff that I'm moving, well, let's just say that's required. I might as well send these T-62s away. I got my helicopters here and those can probably get the job done. Sent one of my helicopters away. And yes, I'm doing this in a bit of a haphazard way. There's not exactly a structure that I'm using here. It works, mostly. Just that these CVs are so damn expensive. That's going to take me forever. Look at the force deployment here, by the way. That's a lot of stuff. Alright. T-80s. Again, my T-80Bs over here on this flank did really nicely. Able to defend this flank and probably get a decent amount of experience from it too. Of course, normally there would be Cobras flying in from this area, which would overwhelm center, and then try to start crushing Elena or go after your supply route. This time around, that's not happening. This is going to be one long waiting game. Next, T-80B. This group I can evacuate pretty quickly. They're probably going to need anywhere between 4 and 6 minutes to get all the way into Ivan. So once this timer reaches, let's say 32, 34 minutes, I'm going to start moving them away. Maybe sooner, because they are my veteran tanks. And I would really, really love to get those across. By the way, thank God for this road down the middle of the map. This is really a big lifeline for my forces, as it saves them to go all the way around the map. Okay, next up, some more OSA AKMs. Another one. I gotta say, I am currently pretty happy that in Wargame European Escalation aircraft, and I'm talking airstrikes, weren't really an issue. Because let's face it, if the Americans would start to deploy Warthogs, or any kind of ground attack aircraft, maybe Harriers, that would have been a big problem in this mission. There's a very large open field that you need to cross with a lot of very, very weak vehicles. And even T-80Bs would not be able to stand up to an A-10 strike. Alright, that's the last of the OSA AKs. My infantry has made it across, my conquerors are still moving. Alright, next, OSA AKMs. Come on. I'm intentionally not moving my Acacias yet, mostly because I consider them a sort of secondary unit. I've used them relatively effectively in the last few missions, but they seem to be more of a lucky hit than a let's say a constructive contribution to my forces. Of course, having 14 of those completely changes that game, and having 14 artillery batteries makes it a lot easier to actually score hits on stuff. Also, these vehicles are moving at 150 on the road, so I don't have to get these things in soon. BRMs, different story. I would really love to get my BRMs across. Exceptional optics, those deserve saving. And they are 65 points, wow. Next. Gotta say, to me, it feels like some sort of Soviet scrapyard. Because honestly, who would park their forces like this? Other than on a scrapyard. BMPs, BTRs, as far as the eye can see. Lot of Euro logistic trucks. Look at this clusterfucker units here. ZSU 57s, Shilkas. 17 minutes left. Alright, supports. Let's start moving the Strelas. Strela 10s, by the way, have a pretty decent accuracy. They got a lot more accuracy than my OSA AKMs. The problem is their range. The range is 2450, which is still less than the range of the enemy ATGMs. So what I've found is that these units are incapable of defending themselves against ATGM strikes. And that goes not only for the ATGMs such as the ATGMs fired from the Cobras, but also the ATGMs that are fired from the hot gunships, so the French attack helicopters. The one thing that I have found the AI do is that they try to rush against a Strail at 10M, at which point they do get in range. But it's pretty risky to have to rely on that. It's not too likely that you're going to be able to pull that off. Okay, still 16 minutes to go. Let's get an SPW across. 2 more Strailers. God, this is some boring gameplay. And I'm still half and half expecting the AI to come up with a response or some sort of nasty surprise, but so far, I don't expect anything. It's not likely that we're going to see any kind of AI forces left, because they just have no way of calling them in. But I gotta question whether this is the way that the designers or the devs actually intended this game to be won. I don't think so. I don't think that this is what they had in mind. Send over my Elite Mi-24 Alphas. Oh, that's a Delta, well, whatever. Keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Next, Mi-24 Alpha. Alright, let's just start sending this force away. I'm not expecting any kind of resistance here. For reasons mentioned before, there's just no one left. These helos over here, Mi-24 Victor, might as well hover over the middle of the map as a quick response force. Then, we come to the point of moving the Acacias across. That's going to take forever. 14 minutes, decent rate of income. Might be doable, but saving up more than 1,000 points to get all these CVs across, that's going to take a while. Mi-24 Delta made it to safety. There, 2 more AA or attack guns. Yeah, ATGMs. No, sorry. Jesus, I'm really not on top of my game today. Self-propelled guns, SPGs. Here come the Acacias. I think that the helicopters can fly there pretty quickly. Speed of 260. So I'm going to have to start moving the Acacias first. Those are the last tracked vehicles that I have. Once those are across, everything else is motorized and can move at far greater speed. And then of course pick up with the CV from Leonid, pick up with the helicopters, get the CV from Elena across, and get this mission done. Doesn't really matter where I park this thing. Alright, next one. At least these things are cheap. This is just 150 points worth of vehicles, that's all. Unlike Acacias. Alright. God, this is boring. If you're still watching, let me know how you have been able to complete this mission. Did you use the same strategy I did of just trying to neutralize the forces over on the right and on the left by killing their command vehicles, killing the influx of forces? Or did you do it in some other way? Because I tried a lot of different ways. I tried holding the right flank by means of infantry. I tried holding the left flank by means of AA units and tanks, whereas I was unable to destroy the command vehicle and boars. It didn't work. They just have so many units that they're pushing across in very, very high speeds that I was completely unable to get those guys to where I needed them to go. Especially the helicopters, the American and the French helicopters, they just kept killing off my forces extremely effectively. Bit more. Okay, that's the last of those SPWs. I gotta say, I need to start thinking about using these as AA guns, because we have seen that they are rather effective that way. Alright, Recce. My holding force over here has made it away. That's all of my elite T80s, or T80Bs actually. 45 points. That's another one. Vehicles are moving. Of course, I should be doing the logistics first, and then switch over to the Recce. 11 minutes. I think I'm going to be able to evacuate everything I got. Alright, moving up. Don't really need them here, just want to have a look at that huge parking field again. CV. Not sure how I managed to get a veteran CV though, nor what the real advantages of those are. But, well, I got them, so might as well use them. Jesus, look at this. This is one precise chopper pilot landing his helicopter pretty much right next to a vehicle without hitting it with the rotor blades. Next CV. So 4 CVs left. That's 700 points. Aside from that, I need to get 3 helicopters across for 120 points, so I need 800 points in 9 minutes. That's easily doable. Easily. Although I think that by now I should have evacuated the 75%. I mean, what I have left is not 25% of my forces. I'm considering just trying to hunt down some more units over here on the left, seeing what I can find. At the same time, is it really worth the risk of getting shot down? I don't think so. I think it's way safer to just keep the, let's say, the column that I have right now. Just keep moving and not risk another very expensive, very high veterancy gunship. 8 minutes. Still down to 2 command vehicles. I thought they were going to switch to neutral once they reach Ivan, but even before, I think somewhere halfway through this forest, they already start going over to Ivan, or neutral forces. Look at that, I only scored 2,000 points. I've had this mission where I had well over 5,000 points, and I still lost it. It's because the AI just kept bringing in stuff that I was just unable to successfully counter. Now, what would take the most time? I think the CV from Elena. But I need the CV from Elena here as long as possible in order to actually bring in those forces. 7 minutes. Let's see, this command vehicle. Shadov, how long will it take him? 33:14 is where he starts out. Probably 2 minutes would be my estimate. Still have enough time to get those guys across. There, last CV. Takes him 20 seconds to traverse this little road. And I'm going to take a right. Welcome to UAV Simulator. It's an older game from, I believe, 2011, where you just enjoy the drive. It's a bit like Spin Tires, if you have ever played that, except that you're using, let's say, these jeeps. And you can use roads if you like. God, I'm terrible at that. Sorry. Alright, that's the last of my forces. Once those are on the way, that's 2, and I thought there was another one, right? Yep, there it is. Okay. Back up and get out. We are go. That's the last of my forces. I have never had no reinforcements there. Helos, link up at the middle of the map. And you can keep my fobs. 5.5 minutes left. I gotta say, Fedor saved my life. If I didn't have Fedor, I don't think I could have evac'd all of these forces. Then again, you could say that I didn't need to get those AA units, because I barely, if at all, used those. Let's see, who are you? Are you Chadov, or is that you? This is Smirnov. Chpak. Okay, so he can make it across the map in a little under 2 minutes. Okay. Good to know. You're taking the scenic route, apparently. Gotta say, it's a bit weird to see that the vehicle seemingly sometimes just sinks into the terrain. Oh well. Gotta say, for a game from 2000 and, what was it, 2010, 2011? Still doesn't look bad. That's the last 3 CVs. Alright, let's get out of here. As far as my losses, they managed to get 400 points off of me. I think I lost 1 BRM. Or 1, what was it? One of those recon vehicles. I have them here somewhere. Yeah, there, a BRM-1. I don't think I lost any tanks. Maybe some infantry? Not too sure. 1 helicopter, that's for sure. Alright, and that's the last one. Objective complete. 6 stars. Bloody hell. That's what it looks like if you call in all of your forces.
Reinforced by the 6th Guards Motorized Division, the Soviet CGF was able to hold its ground near Yichin.
Alright, victory. But, God, what a dull victory that was. What did I lose? UAZ? Ah, that's worth a lot of points. That's 180. Fagot, Concours, another Fagot, and I'm a 24 in a BRM1. Well, okay. So again, apologies for the terrible gameplay. This was really sad to watch, because all I did was kill off a few command vehicles, kill off some forces, and for the rest of it, just wait. Wait till all my forces were able to get across. So, thank you for your patience if you made it this far. Let me know what kind of ammunition I can expect, so that I know what to expect. And aside from that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next mission.